It's a day for the board and administrators with the St. Joseph School District to reevaluate after voters last night gave them a resounding no on the district's $107 million bond proposal. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jody O'Brien.
I'm Alan Van Zant. We have KQ2's Ron Johnson joining us in studio now with more. Ron.
Alan and Jody, there's a lot of reaction now that the $107 million bond failed to pass a vote. We spoke to some on both sides of the issue as they try to answer the question of what happens now. Outside Lorelei Burns' home, a campaign sign supporting Proposition Care still sits. She says she doesn't understand why so many voted no.
But it just kind of bugs me. They were more worried about their kid being in the same building than about, maybe moving on.
She said the bond was likely the best answer for how the district addresses their aging facilities.
If they had the money to fix them, then fix them. But if it was easier to move to a different building and expand from there, then that's what you need to do.
Obviously, not everyone in town agreed after the bond failed by a nearly 2-to-1 margin. But those against the bond say it wasn't about trying to keep things exactly as they are now.
There's not one no vote that I feel that would not be willing to invest $50 to $100 a year towards the education of our community children.
They said it's about transparency and feeling included in the process of deciding what the future of education in St. Joseph will look like, something they say was looked over during the campaign for the now failed bond.
I don't feel 7 people sitting in a room should be able to 100% speak for the community and begin to make decisions. I think people will continue to fight it as long as it's being force-fed versus informed.
Now that its fate's been decided, those on both sides of the issue are trying to figure out what happens now. Those against the bond say they're looking to the newly elected school board candidates to give them a voice.
When the candidates get sworn in and the board begins to meet, are they going to be willing to put a hold on closing of any schools and find a way to better communicate with the community and get their input on things? While
those who were for it say they're just hoping for a positive outcome.
I would hope that we can find a way to do things a little different around here and do better, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Those against the bond said they hope the board will engage in more open discussion moving forward on education here in St. Joseph. Live in the studio, Ron Johnson, KQ2.